deal with clickbait. For consistent funds, we have to risk take. Boom off a door or make a brick shake. Better run from them boys, you have to shift shape. Slipping is a mistake.
Hey yo, don't do it for clickbait. Jump into the dinghy, if you see someone just sit straight. Don't make that shit bait, want no sloppy mistakes. Creep into the estate, tonight you have to risk take. Catch him in the corner trying to piss take, then take the piss. That's when you slowly raise the fifth. Have a nigga taking trips like I've got him taking this.
Yes, yo, my guy, yo, just tell him who you are, where you're coming from, first and foremost.
Yes, big up everyone locked into this one. I go by the name of Freedom. I'm coming from North Woolwich today still. Yeah, man.
So, but you know what it is, especially because you're doing gospel.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to smoke up in this tin, like, there was a bit of smoke in there. But it's too visible, like, it's too visible. Like, I don't want people thinking that you're doing the massive, nah. Let's make sure. Cool, this is one more time. Yes, my guy. Tell them who you are, where you're coming from, bro.
What's going on, everyone? Shout out to everybody locked into this. I go by the name of Freedom, coming from North Woolwich, and today I'm a rapper, youth worker, husband, father, yeah, the whole lot, man.
Man gave the whole credentials. Nah, I love that, man. Come on. Where did you say he was coming from again, bro?
North Woolwich today.
North Woolwich, you know.
My side now still.
You are blessed with the black brothers, bro. I can't. Them sides there. You man have got, yeah. You got the peoples there. How was it growing up there?
Oh, bro, I'm not actually. I haven't grown up there.
Okay.
This is where I'm at now. Is where I'm living at the moment. I grew up in West London, so I grew up in Moser Estate. So that's in like West 10, West 9 area of West London, innit?
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Was that your phone?
Probably. Yes.
Can I put it on silent, bro?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll see. So what was it like growing up West Sides then? What was that like?
It was calm, you know, like to begin with, it was calm. Just obviously you're a young person. I come from Congo, innit, Central Africa. So being born there and then moving here from like the age of 11, not knowing myself anymore, it's a whole new territory, so I didn't know what's really going on. I had to pick up the language, learn the culture. I used to think we was Americans, because that's all I saw on TV. So there'd be time when I'll be rocking like do-rags with hats and fake grills and stuff like that. I think that's the culture here, but then I started to pick up, okay, now we move different. There's the grime side of it that kind of taught me what UK life was like. And yeah, then I moved from another part of West London to Queen's Park Estate, which is Moser. And there I just started to pick up what's really happening, learning about the street life, learning about, what's really like, you know what I'm trying to say. And obviously being from a council estate, you're trying to just live your life, innit? And bad things come with that, and you start going down the wrong path and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I just try to keep myself level-headed, especially for my father and mother's sake, you know them ones.
Nah, man, it's interesting. There's so many things to pick apart from that as well, just with regards to like transitioning from Congo to here, but also you picked up on something really, because I moved from Niger, and one thing I realised was like, you know, we grew up watching American TV, and then you come to the UK, and it's a whole. Like, I feel like when you're in Africa, when you're in Congo, when I was in Niger, there was no concept of what being black was. Okay, you get what I mean? Like I was just Nigeria, I was Yoruba, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you come here, you kind of have to like be black, and you're like, how do I be black? And all the blackness we knew was probably from like TV, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all them brothers there. Yeah. So how was that like transitioning, finding out like, you know, the UK is like this, and I have to, not have to, but this is how I'm going to assimilate into this culture.
You're kind of pushed to move a certain way because this is not where you're from, innit? So coming into here is like, okay, I'm a black person. I never knew it was even a problem, an issue, or something to highlight. It's like, my skin is being picked up on. Oh, you're too dark. Even from other black people, and especially from different culture. Back in the day, obviously being African as well, even the Caribbeans were rating the thing. So it was like, okay, it's a bit mad here, and you're kind of like forced to prove yourself all the time. So that's kind of how it was for me. And then I had to act out in school and trying to find what is it that I do in it, rather than just focusing on the academics or something. I'm also thinking, what can I do so that the man can rate the thing? Is it football? Is it music? Is it the comedy stuff? Is it the girl stuff? So it's like, you're just kind of forced to find your identity in that way. But I guess it's who you are, and just like, being in the environment, and you're then looking for, okay, how can I fit in and be myself authentically under this pressure, you know what I mean?
No, for real, and that's an important thing. Alright, man. So, from your journey, how would you describe yourself now in one word? How would you describe yourself?
One word now. I'll say I'm more focused. That's one thing I'll say for sure. Like, I'm more of a focused person from where I'm coming from up until now. Yeah.
Okay, how would you say your friends and family describe you, bro?
My friend and family, they'll probably say I'm cheeky. They'll probably say, youthful. Like, I think that's the kind of vibe they'll probably go for. My wife probably would say I'm a leader. That's one thing she'd probably say. So I don't know, everybody will have a different way of seeing me, innit? But mostly I'm a quiet, humble guy. That's the vibe that I'm on, really.
Okay, quiet and humble, yeah?
Yeah, trying.
Okay. Trying. Well, sometimes we'll just drag you back. So I was So what, did you go to school in West End?
Yeah.
I was school in there.
In Northwest. It was cool, man. It's like a melting pot. You have like West London, you have a few Northwest guys coming down there. Then you have a few odds coming from East and South. It's just like a melting pot in a culture. And Moroccans, Africans, Caribbeans. It's just like a whole vibe, man.
Sick.
Yeah,
and how would you say that was important, I guess, to your development, not only in music, but also as someone who's, still assimilating to the UK?
Yeah, it was good, man, because it allowed me to just express myself in different ways. Because I'll pick up guys that spoke my language there. I'll pick up guys that spoke different languages that I picked up along the way. It just helped me with the culture of what the UK is like and what everybody else is known, and they can teach me as well. So that was very good in terms of just settling down and learning maybe the hard way sometime as well, But it's all part of it, yeah, man. It's all part of it. Sometimes you think you're just a cheeky guy that can run around teasing everyone, and then you get smacked up. It gets like that, so you have to stand your ground. If you're gonna say you're this and that, you have to back it there. So the school is really that place where, yeah, man, you will be tested.
Okay. That's some real lessons were learned. Some real life lessons. I know I'd be like that, man. It really be like that. So what first got you into music then and making music, bro?
Yeah, I'll say school for sure. Like the playground clashes is kind of how I got. Yeah.
You was part of that scene, yeah? Big circle in the playground. Teachers were shook, thinking everyone's fighting, but you might have just
Trust me. But you know what? Yeah. Rap music specifically. One of my cousins gave me Tupac, hit him up. Remember them time we had MP3s and you put a USB in there, you put the music in there.
I know them ones. Yeah. I used to have a Walkman and that, bro.
So I remember giving it to him, and he put whatever tracks he wanted to put in there. But one of the tracks I definitely remember was "Hit 'Em Up" by Tupac. Just the aggression and what he was doing with that was like, right, okay, this is cold.
Yeah.
And I just started to really love rap music. And then I found out the UK is grime, because I like to be authentic and honest. I just like, right, okay, this is what we represent. You're not like that. So I went down a tunnel of just like grime. That's what I'm listening to Night and Hours. And then I started to explore again later on. But yeah, even with that said, being raised in the church as well, singing in the choir. So that's another element to it as well. So I'll be singing in the choir. My dad was playing drums, and I'll be one of the lead vocals, but I can't sing now. Like, I messed it up. Mess it up, man. You grow up and you're like, nah, this is not. You start to think that this is not it. Like, you just start doing other things. That by the time you get back,
like
your voice is gone. Like now, you're like, right, I wish I kept that voice. Like,
it really gets like
bring
that.
some melodies on my tracks now. Like, you get it. So yeah,
man. That even sounds like a bit of conflict disorder. You're out there, you're doing the church music, and then you got obviously in school. I know how grand beat. We know how grand beat. Man said hit him up. It's a diss track. So obviously, like, what was that balance of like? The righteous energy, or I say righteous, the good energy of the church, and that kind of focus, praising energy, and then grime and rap, which sometimes carries a lot of aggression. And like, how did you balance?
I mean, at the time there, it's kind of like when you're around church people, you act churchy. That's kind of how it was for me at that time. So when I'm around my mom and dad, I'm trying to come be like a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but why does school keep calling you to come and get this guy? Why is this guy always getting himself in trouble? Why is he getting excluded? Why is he getting arrested? But so it just didn't work out. The badness just overtook at some point, especially after I left school. It was just the badness side of things. So I couldn't even fake anymore because there's no way to fake it. I'm exposed, innit? But yeah, it was that balance at the beginning where it's like trying to be nice for the parents, but I'm doing madness outside. So yeah, I went down the wrong path and then had to come back full circle afterwards,
I'd be like that, man, definitely. So what would you say the genre of music you make now is then?
Yeah, so right now I'll say I make Christian music. So it'll be still the same sound. So it'll be grime, it'll be drill, it'll be rap, but I'm coming from a Christian perspective. I'm trying to elevate, I'm trying to inspire and influence in a different way, because I know out in the masses there's already a lot of representation in different ways which can influence sometimes negatively. So to come from a place where I know faith has helped me come out of the negative vibe that I was on, I want other people to also experience that. So that's kind of the message that I'm bringing into my music right now, yeah.
I love that. So, you know, you've seen something that's benefited you, you want to just share that good with others, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're at to do, really and truly. So, like, what would you say your creative process is like then? Like, when you go to approach a track, especially thinking where you've got quite a specific aim with your music, like you said, you want to inspire, you want to, you know, uplift people. Have you got a creative process then, that to ensure that?
Sure thing, yeah, definitely. So I guess keep living the life that I believe in. That's the number one spot. So my faith is important. It's important that I'm in church. It's important that I'm praying. It's important that I'm being a good husband. I'm being a good father. Being good at work. Like, it's just important for me to live that lifestyle, because music comes from my lifestyle. So I'm not necessarily trying to fabricate things. I'm just trying to be honest and represent that through my music. So my creative process sometimes comes in dips and drops because of the time span that I've got doing youth work full time. It's kind of crazy to just like be in the studio all the time to write. So most time I'm out and about and I'm being inspired as I'm going to work, maybe on the train, and I'm coming up with rhymes and lyrics. Listening to beats as well helps me when I'm in the studio. You know, all those things just allows me to tell my story. But yeah, it's mostly just feelings, emotions, and creative concepts, and just trying to communicate in a way that it reaches people that are outside of maybe the church, or outside of living a life that's positive, and just trying to influence them based on the sound that we both agree bangs, you know what I'm saying? I love this sound, this is me, innit? So, but I have a different approach to it. That's kind of how I'm seeing it right now, yeah. Okay,
so let's say like in this way as well, because obviously, like you said, especially when you're working full time, it's so hard to like always be in the studio and like, you know, I'm gonna write. You know, some artists will go in the studio, they'll first time they hear the beat is in the studio, and then they'll write in the studio, and then but like that's looking like a 5 to 10 hour session. You know what I mean? Like getting all of that process in. So like for you to streamline that, like what do you do? Do you like find the beat first and write, and then you go to the studio? Like what would you say your go-to process would be?
It's definitely the beat first. I think the beat has to connect, man. If I feel the beat, then it's easy for me to flow on it and just know where the direction is going. There's been times where the melody has come, like the lyrics start to come, and I'm like, okay, now I have to create a beat around this. And that normally happens in my private time when I'm just trying to tap into what's going on inside of me, and then start to write from that. And then it's like, okay, now I'm getting inspiration. I need to contact a producer. Let's go and do a beat session with the music that I've written. But besides that, it's mostly just producers that I know, that I follow. I listen to the music. I'm like, okay, this connects. This is part of like what I want to express. Then I take it, start writing. Then it's the studio that comes after that, once I feel real pattern. Because right now I don't feel like there's a point of just being in the studio to do the writing thing, really. But if I could, I probably would. But it's just like, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time for us to be in the studio.
For real, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be just writing. So yeah, man, I'd rather have the songs ready than come into the studio to package it and put it together.
For real.
That's the vibe I'm on, really.
Nah, it makes sense, man. It makes sense. So you just touched on it a little bit, I guess, with regards to like producers and in that sense. So have you worked with any other artists? Is that something you enjoy doing? And is there any particular artists that you've really enjoyed working with?
Yeah, I have worked with different artists and producers. At the moment I'm working with a guy called Rich Mitch. Check him out, Rich Mitch Production. We spend a lot of time in the studio. He plays me a bit of his beats. Again, that's the process. He plays me a bit of his beats, or I give him a reference, like this is the type of track I'm trying to make, go and create it. So I'm really enjoying just the freedom of having options, because it's very versatile, and I'm also very versatile in my sound, so that really works well. I worked with a guy that's in France right now. We've got a track that's coming out, so that process is a bit different because obviously different countries, but we did buck in France, and from there we built the relationship. So now coming to the UK, he's there sending files over and how we write and stuff like that. It's been pretty cool. I've worked with very different people I've worked with, but if you look at my catalogue, you'll see that a lot of my projects is just me, like, that's on it. And that's because I write from a very personal place. and I'm learning to bring people into that space because being an introvert really, but a functioning one when it comes to that time, like it's like. Yeah, bringing people into that life, like into coming to what I'm trying to do, is not always the easiest of things because I write from a personal place. So then I'm trying now to broaden that and get more collaborations happening because there's so many benefits to that as well in terms of reaching new market and expanding your audience and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's pretty cool, man. I do enjoy working with different people for sure. Yeah, it's just time will tell when I work with others, man.
No, sick. And it's definitely not saying you got force as well, is it? Like, I mean,
yeah, that's very important, man. I'm really not that kind of guy that's thinking, oh, you're up there, I need to reach out to you so we can do this. I'm very authentic. Like, do we have a relationship? Do I know who you are? Trust your values, and then we can make things happen. You know what I'm saying? No,
it makes sense like that as well. So for you on a personal level, with like, I guess, music you listen to or inspired by, do you have a top 5 artist list?
Don't really have one, but I can try just crack one, to be honest. All time, from the grime scene, for me, it gets just just like this guy's endless with flows and the bars. He's just up there. He's crazy. He's insane, and how he's evolved as well over time from just being to now he can give you context and you have to take him in for sure. Then probably in the Christian side of thing, I like Bizzle. Bizzle is a Christian rap artist, if you don't know about him, from the US, and he's just cold. Again, he's the type of guy, if he sees something, he will respond to it and give a Christian perspective on it. So let's say Macklemore makes same sex or something like that, and obviously he doesn't agree with that from the Christian perspective. He will say it, but in a loving way. So I like the way he speaks with a loving language, where people might say, oh, that's homophobic or this and that, but he's actually not, out from a loving place, and I really like that. Yeah, man, those are the artists I can give up right now. So those 2 artists, but the rest of them, I can't really think of
it's fair. You got
artists. It's hard.
Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you do only fuck with 2 artists. You know what I mean? Sometimes you only have 2 artists that you're really like. You know what I mean? So I hear it. Yeah. So for yourself though, like you kind of touched on it, I guess, with Tupac. But is there anyone who inspires you, like who? You know, when it comes to this music thing, you're like, you know what? Yeah. What my man's doing right now, I love that. I want to emulate a little bit of that. Like, is anyone like that?
There's quite a few people, because I do music, but I really have the business side of thing as well. Like I went to uni, studied music management, so I like the moves that people make. So there's a guy like Derek Minor. He has a record label, and he's also an artist, and he has his own publishing. So it's like, I just love guys that have more than one thing. So you're an artist, but what else are you doing in the community? Another person called KB, he inspires me because it's exactly what I'm doing in a sense, but he's just on a different scale with it. You know what I'm saying? This guy's doing up arenas, he's got his own clothing brand, he's got collective there. So yeah, man, the guys that are both artists and entrepreneurs are the guys that inspire me for sure. Yeah, definitely. Even JME actually, BBK, like just the whole independent side of thing. That indie hustle is crazy, man. Where you have control over everything. You have control over the pie. Like you don't really rely on labels, and it's you. It's like car boot sales, and you're pushing it yourself direct to fans.
Pushing, bro. People forget. I'm so happy, especially with what you're talking about. You said JME, because people forget that. Boy Better Know had SIM cards at one point. They had like the business element, and it was JME that was pushing a lot of the crazy business element for a grime group. It was crazy, and it's definitely inspirational stuff. So
yeah, man.
I respect it for real. So on your journey, bro, what would you say is one of the biggest obstacles that you've had to face so far?
The biggest obstacle I had to face, I'll say from an artist perspective, is definitely investment. That's been crazy because it's all indie, of course, but to constantly produce a high level of art, it hasn't been the easiest thing. I'm good with networking and connecting, but it's just like to constantly build and invest and go back into it, it's not easy at all, man. So yeah, that's been one of the biggest obstacles from an artist perspective, man. From a personal one, when I was younger, I had to deal with witchcraft. You know, that was one of the craziest things that I faced, and it was a crazy challenge for me. It took me like up until 19, bro. So from like, let's say 6 years old up until 19, I had to face that. and it took pastors' deliverance, etc., etc. But it just didn't happen until it was almost like I had to be in a place where I could die if I don't make this decision. And then when I had to make a decision, I was like, okay, bro, I'm not going to live this life. I'm going to give my life to Christ. That's when I started to, live a different lifestyle. But before that, it was a struggle. But yeah, those are the main two obstacles that I've faced along my journey, man.
Wild!
Yeah,
Wild! I feel like it's only the Niger and the Congolese and these... Even some South Africans, but these West Africans, we really go through the switchcraft situation, and it's
mad.
People forget that it's something that can really play a heavy toll on people's lives as well. Regardless how much you believe in it or whatnot, it's more the mental toll and the time that it consumes and stuff like that. So, I appreciate you sharing that, bro. And man, I'm just happy that you've been through it. You've gone on the other side and you found a better route, man.
Praise God, man.
No, for real. Another, I guess, big obstacle that a lot of us face being black brothers in the UK is obviously being incarcerated, arrested, police harassment, all this stuff. So have you ever been arrested? You ever gone to prison? Is that anything that's happened to you?
I've never been to prison, but I've been arrested multiple occasions. And that's because, poverty, I think that's really where it was. And so, it has to be that, because obviously parents are doing the best to provide at home, their food is on the table and the basic necessities met, but then the man them outside are just looking sick with the new thing, the girls, and it's just like, raw, so what's really going on here? If I don't have them things there, then you just kind of feel like, I'm not getting there, I'm not getting the respect, I'm not getting the love, so you just start to act up in that way. So you pick up a little Q or you pick up a Z and start shouting, then boom, who knows, you can get arrested like that. Then you're out on the road, robbery, you get arrested like that. So definitely that's been my life like early on. And then obviously when you're coming out of it and you're still kind of picked up on because of the way you dress, because of your culture and where you're from, is like, that's the annoying part of it, because you're not really doing anything mad, like you're just being you. I'm a youth worker, but if I'm still getting stopped and searched, it's just a bit crazy, like, or you pull up somewhere and because you're the only black person there, everyone's looking at you like, what is this guy doing here? Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna scare people just because of the way I dress. It's like, you have to dumb down the way I am just because, like, to make you comfortable. Like, literally, this is me there. And then I walk up in the meeting, everybody's looking like, all right. But sometimes it's also a good card because they want to know why you're here from that perspective. But it's just, it's wild, isn't it?
I'm glad you can find the good side in it. That's what I'm saying. I say sometimes it's good. It annoys me, but it's real. It is real.
Yeah.
Like, and I like what you said about the fact that poverty. Because people think that people are out here doing certain things for status. Like, and I'm like, maybe there's some, but there's only so many people out here who are willing to put their lives at risk for status. You know what I mean? Like, people are really out here, like, they want, sometimes it is the social pressures of, like, their brethrens or, coming out with a new rollies and, some girls are saying they're only going to date you if you're driving this, whatever.
Sure,
and that's just social pressures and we all go through it. And, it's just, I think it's good you acknowledge that side of it, that it's not just, we're just trying to, stop.
Definitely not.
Sometimes I'm trying to get out of something.
It's options, isn't it? It's kind of like, what options do you have, really? You feel limited. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially now that I'm here working with different young people, I can see that, okay, this person that has option, sometimes they don't even take what as you put out there. The other ones are more hungrier, or they don't know if they don't feel like they're entitled to it. It's like, what do you mean? This is it's built for you, like, just because of their background. So, bro, it's crazy, man.
It's crazy, yeah, man. Alright, for you, bro, was there a turning point in life that's led you on the road that you're on now?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I felt like I was gonna die from like the whole witchcraft situation. Basically, my mom passed away. She had cancer, and she passed away from that, unfortunately. And it was like the biggest thing that's ever happened for me as a person, just like losing the person that covers you, you pray and love and nurture and stuff like that. So in that place, I didn't really know what to do, man. It's kind of like I lost my identity for a time. Man. And then there was one night before I went to sleep, obviously still smoking and drinking at the time. I was high, I was drunk, and I felt like I was gonna die. I don't know what it was. I was in my bedroom, I felt like I was gonna die. And then something suddenly said, do what you need to do when you feel like this, which is pray. This is what your mum taught you. So I just started praying. And from that prayer is like the biggest breakthrough I've ever received in my life. Like, I really became spiritually aware of what's going on. It's like I was a meat being dangled in the lion's den, bro. That's how spiritually I felt. Like, if I don't fight, if I don't come out of this place, I'm gonna die. So it took confession, it took openness, it took just like surrendering to God. And once I did that, my whole life changed, man. I've never looked back really. From then, it's just been like living a different life, living a life that's pleasing to God and seeking to come out of the bad things I was doing and just do what's right, and for the sake of my family and for my own salvation as well, you know. So yeah, that was my turning point, man. And since then, I've just been going down this path, being positive and trying to be a positive role model, just do the right things based on what I know is right, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's the biggest turning point for me still.
Wow, man. A journey and a half, bro.
Yeah, it's
a
been
journey and a
still.
half. And with that, I guess it seems like you had that moment,
Yeah.
and it's a very clear moment. But from all the times before and the life on the street, bro, is there one lesson that you'd say you've learned?
Yeah, definitely. Listen to advice. I know it's probably like, it's crazy. Your parents tell you, listen to people that love you, bro. Like the people that actually love you, like they love you. I know it may be harsh or it may seem like it's restrictive and there's a lot more out there, but they love you and they want the best for you. So listen to those people that are actually there for you and care for you. They're providing for you. They're there 24/7. Because you can follow the wrong people and end up, they'll just snake you at some point. I don't know, it's just crazy. Anything can happen, man. So that's one of the things that I've learned, man. Just listen to advice, listen to the people that love you. That's for sure.
Love that.
Yeah, man.
Love
They care
that.
for you,
Listen to
man.
the people who love you, man. Once I think someone said, one of the answers to that was listen to your mum. And it's like, and it's like that, isn't it? Because there's people who love you, will give you the best advice because it's always coming from a good place of like,
Exactly.
they want the best for you. So no, I love that. With regards to, I guess, music and rappers, how much do you think they influence society, and in what ways do you think they influence society?
I think it's like a cycle. So obviously we have the society influencing the lifestyle of the rappers, and then the rappers using the lifestyle to influence society. So it's like a cycle of influence that's happening. And obviously some people capitalize on that because they realize there is a lot of influence from rappers, but they have their own agendas they're pushing. So when certain rappers get signed, they are put in a system which has an agenda, and that obviously already there's a cycle of influence happening. Now we can funnel that with more money, with more cars, with more this, with more that, and amplify certain things. So the influence becomes much stronger, and people miss the mark. They think, okay, you can just do that from this lifestyle. No, it's hard to do it from that lifestyle. Some people are protected. Some people are working with the police. Some people are. It's just crazy out there. So don't think what you see is exactly where it is. So yeah, it's a cycle of influence based on society and rappers. It's like back and forth. It works hand in hand.
I love that. I think that's one of the best answers I've actually ever been given. I agree wholeheartedly with that. It is a cycle. It is a symbiotic in that sense where one kind of assists the other, but
Yes.
both we rap about life, and then that then affects life. It's like so. Yeah,
I think the problem with that though is the influence. I think when it's controlled now, when there's people that can grab that have powers for other things, that's where the negative side of influence is bare negative, because they can do it. They can literally do it, but it's like we just like puppets, and they're just coming in there and say, yeah, this is how it's going to play out. And I think that's where it's a bit mad still.
No, very real. And this is why when there was that old talk about rap being basically bought and then used as some sort of advertisement for that kind of lifestyle. Yes, it's because some people saw exactly what you're saying. They saw how this influence can be marketed, can be managed, and then they had their own agendas which they were pushing. So
there you go.
Yeah, man, it's very, very, very real. Thank you for sharing that, bro. So for you though, what makes you different from all these other rappers in the industry, all these other artists in the industry at the moment?
I'm versatile. There's there's no genre that I can't touch. There's no music that I won't do. Like, I'm very versatile, and that's one thing that makes me stand out. And also, I think just the way I communicate my rhymes and what I'm saying and how I put it together is very broad. So again, not a lot of artists can do what I do in the sense of, connecting the faith element, but still speaking a language that people that don't have faith can understand. And it's like, right, what did he mean? But it doesn't sound like he's saying that, but it sounds like he's saying it. But then it's like those that have a deeper understanding can get it. So I guess it's the content and the concept of what I'm painting out there. That's kind of what sets me apart from everybody else.
I've got something for everyone. I've got something for everyone. No, I love that. I love that. And
if this track comes to work,
imagine. Sounds like praise break. This is someone. Oh man. So what's next for you then, bro? What is next? What you got? What you got planned? What you got coming for us?
Yeah. So right now I'm working on a project called Gospel of Grime. So again, just a mixture of it's like the good side of grime, innit? Because at the end of the day, grime has taken people off the road, it's taken people off the street, people are living life, they have family, there's businesses. So I know people want to focus on just the negativity, but even out of this negative situation, there's positivity coming out of it. So I want to highlight more of that. And even when we was doing what we was doing, we still had positive influences around us, whether that be the praying mother or still going on church on a Sunday or going there for christening. There's still a positive element to where we are at right now. So I'm trying to say, this is how it looks like, and you can gravitate towards that. So that's the project that I'm working on. Man, hopefully soon come. Sick.
I love that. And I don't know, when you said about the positivity of grime, it just reminded me of this Get Bar. When you're talking about something about never thought grime.
Buy me a house.
Well, but now I'm in a 5-bedroom house and it turns out man can afford it.
Jeez.
And it's like, yes, bro, like the achievements. You know what I mean? There's so much good things that come out of this, the genre, the opportunities, and the but even like how much is exposed life, East London life for like young black youth. So
definitely.
Yeah, man, it's great stuff, man. Looking forward to that then, bro. Last time we'll be opening some trees for us. Great. So is there a dream collab that you've got in mind? Like, if there's one person that I need to work with my man, who would that be?
It's probably going to be Gets, to be honest. I can't even lie to you, man. Yeah, just the fact that he's influenced my sound so well is like, man, it would be nice to have that. Because he's got the faith element as well. I've seen he's got a track with another artist that I like coming soon, so I want to hear how that sounds, because it's probably going to be along the line of what we could have done together.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, Gets is definitely up there in terms of artists I would love to collaborate with.
Love that. And I was slightly thinking that you mentioned him at least twice or 3 times against. I'm like, yeah. Now, man, I'm a massive fan. So, but if that happens, bro, I'm waiting to listen. I'm waiting to hear it. I'm waiting to hear it for real. So, with regards to social media, bro, do you handle your social media? Have you got a team for that, or do you handle it? Do you respond to your
I handle
DMs
my
and that?
social media, my personal one, definitely.
How was that for you, bro?
Yeah, it's calm. Like it's challenging as well, though, to be honest, because there's the element of how often you post and what sort of thing you post. Then you start to learn, right? Okay, I've got an image here that people like. I've got certain things that they're not really engaging with. Then it's like, I look at it from different perspectives. I look at it from the business side of things, and I look at it from just like, I want to be authentically on it, but I'm there for a reason at the same time. So how much I share of my personal life, and it's well managed, basically, my social media.
Nah, it's crazy. And how much do you think, I guess, that social media element has impacted not just society, but the music scene especially?
Yeah, it's given an impression of direct to fan, like direct to consumer. It's given an impression, but it's not really. It's a lot of smoke and mirror, because you can put out an image. It's basically what image you want to put out there. That's what social media is like. Everything's looking squeaky clean, and like it's just you choose the narrative, isn't it? So it's helped in a sense of making people feel connected to the people, but it's also become just a content place. So it's not really a place where you're socializing, it's just a place where you're sharing content all the time. So is impacted in that way as well. Because a lot of people are on your social media, but they're not coming to your live events. They're not there in person. They're not actually doing the call to action side of thing. Where back in the day, if it was more like a gig type of scenario, or you're out on the street with CDs trying to go there, you're getting direct engagement there live in the flesh. But here it's like a lot of smoke and mirror. He appears to be doing numbers, but he's already doing numbers. So what does it mean? Like, what does all this view mean? What does all these streams mean?
What does it mean if you can't get a room full of people?
Bro, I'm telling you now. Because the people that are investing, they're becoming savvy now. They're not, because back in the day, some people could just fake numbers on the socials, like and get a deal, and then the deal's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Anything in, you know what I mean? Bro.
What's going on here? Before you had da. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but they're becoming savvy enough now to look at hard ticket, like how many ticket sales are you getting? How many sales are you getting? What kind of revenue are you getting in your streams now? You know what I'm trying to say? Because those are the real stats, you know. And social media has basically covered all of that and painted a great image. And yeah, man, the truth always comes out again.
I love that, man. That's some real truth in that people need to understand as well. Because like the numbers game, I think social media has definitely become really bad for that numbers game, where people are focusing on the wrong things. When this is a game of like, you know, the product. Like people need to come and listen to your songs. Be like active. You know what I mean? Like you having numbers on the screen don't mean nothing if when it comes to like a show or you know you're trying to sell out and no one's there. Like
it's a business, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Like
you can't survive on fake stuff.
Yeah, I mean Nike ain't surviving on likes. They're surviving on people wearing their products and people
100%.
actively showing up. So it's one of them ones.
So it's made a couple artists lazy, I must say as well. Social media has brought a lazy culture, and because it does present that quote-unquote opportunity of just going viral for a moment, but then if you don't have a sustainable business, how do you capitalize from that viral moment? Okay, you've gone viral. Where do we go from here? You ain't got products. You ain't got your shop in order. You know what I'm trying to say? So a lot of artists are just waiting for that moment, but they don't know that there's
what's going on after that.
Yeah. Be in place before that happens.
Nice, mad man. You got to be ready. Definitely got to be ready. So with all of that in mind, then, bro, do you think it's harder to make it now, or easier to make it now compared to back then when social media wasn't as impactful in the scenes?
I think it's harder to make it now because it's all about market value and ad space and that kind of vibe. If you've got control of the market, then you're highly to be up there in the ranking of SEO, search engine optimization. But if you don't have the budget, then it's harder for you to be seen and be heard. And there's a lot of people that do have the budgets and that are up there. So it's harder for you to make it in that sense, because it feels like you're missing out if you don't have a social media account. But if you want to go down the hard making route, you can still have a sustainable business. You have to look at it from that perspective, and it also like how far, what is making it for you. You have to kind of like identify what that means as well. What does it mean to make it? You have to have your limit and set that goal in place, because then you'll have peace. Otherwise, you'll be thinking, oh right, I need to do more and more and more. But it's not fake. If my thing is like, I'm gonna go and do youth gigs, so let me line up 12 schools, one school a month, and I'll just pack it out every time, and I do the influence thing, and I sell the merch and stuff like that. Then if that's your thing, innit? Well, you have to definitely identify what making it is, and then take it from there, really. And yeah, social media sometimes can help, and sometimes it doesn't help.
No, great example, thank you. Right, bro, thank you. We're gonna go into some quick fire questions now. I mean, some of this may be a bit techie, I can't lie to you. It is what it is.
My wife is watching.
Oh, swear down. Alright, look, yeah. Look, you just got to put your hand up and say you was made to do it. You ready, bro? Don't think about it. You just got to say what comes to your head, yeah?
Say what comes to my head.
Alright, cool. First one. Breast or bum?
Oh my days, I like my wife's bum, definitely. Yeah, a nice bum. It's juicy.
I have to reference her so she knows.
Trust me, she knows where I'm going.
Alright, next one. Alright, tracksuit or jeans?
Trackies for me, man.
Digga D or Central C?
Lyrically, I'll say Digga can really rap if you want to rap it, man. You can do it.
I heard that. You don't even drink, so champagne or cognac?
Water. Super Bowl.
I was giving you that holy water, very good. Good blessing.
Communion wine, yes. Run that for me. Let me get a second one, G.
I love that. Blade Brown or K-Trap?
Blade. Yeah, yeah.
Maya Jam or Snoochie Shy?
In what context, bro? Like you gotta give me context. Presenting wise, as a presenting female presenter, I've seen Sushi and her come up, so I like her energy. But Maya's kind of like taking at the moment because she's taking it to another level. Right? So big up Maya. I'm like,
no, presenting definitely Maya. That's what I'm saying. Let me read that still. Football, boxing.
Ooh, football.
Gigs or Young Spray?
Gigs.
London or Brum?
London or Broome?
Yeah.
In like just city, yeah?
Yeah, isn't that what would you rather be?
London.
Yeah. You have to think about that, no. No, I don't even get you. My bro from East London said Birmingham, and I was like, rotted. What's going on here? Anyway, Tupac or Biggie?
Nice, though. Tupac.
You say Birmingham's right?
It's nice. Like there's some people, not good people, isn't it? Like depends where you go.
Depends where you go. Always. Tupac or Biggie? You said Tupac?
Yeah, Tupac because of just the lyrical content. I think Biggie obviously smoother, isn't it? Like,
bro. Yes. Drinker or smoker?
I don't do either, but I drink water.
Gucci or Givenchy?
I ain't gonna lie, my own brand, Fork and Knife Gang, go and get it. You don't know how we do it.
Tell them again what the brand is. Tell them
Fork and
again.
Knife Gang, feed them, you already know. Go and get it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Love that. Heady or Tion Wayne?
Boy. I think I'll say Heady. Yeah.
Money or respect?
Respect always.
Jeez, love that. Labour or Conservative?
I've been a Labour kid from jump, innit? Because I grew up with that, so it's just Labour, innit?
Alright, bro. Remember we was talking about coming from poverty. Future or Drake?
Drake.
100. Turkey or pork?
I say pork, you know.
Say that.
Yeah, bro. Like if you do it correctly, and then you grill that nice, the skin is crispy and that just you can get
some people will be telling you there's no correct way of doing pork, you know. Some people will tell you that.
Come see me, innit? I'll show you, man. You have to keep your options open, man. Don't say if you haven't tried it, innit? That's what I'm saying.
For real. Chunks or Young Philly?
Chunks. Yeah.
Netflix or Amazon?
Netflix.
D-Block.
But Amazon Prime though, so Amazon for the Prime situation.
No.
Next day delivery.
I can't. Alright, massive. My sauce straight.
Next day delivery thing. Yeah.
Nah, for real. What was it? D-Block or MSG?
I'm not really a fan of either. I can't even lie to you guys. But NSG, my African brothers, isn't it?
Okay. NSG will take it then.
Yeah.
Merc or BM?
What's that driving?
Yeah, Mercedes or BMW?
Mercedes.
Stormzy or Chip?
Chip. Stormzy, you can't put that. That's not even. I'm a grime guy, innit? I'm not like a pop guy, so you can't even bring that question expecting like until we hear something back from Stormzy. I don't think that question should even be brought up.
The passion in the way you answered that. I love that. Nah, for real.
Leaving man outside when he's putting real work. It's real work that man's putting out here, and then he's just shining. I know there's personal reasons and whatnot, but if this is music, is business, then do it right. Do it right for the culture.
For the culture. That's real too.
Die for the culture, man. Die for the culture.
Nah. I don't endorse the message. But say, I go right now. What else can I do? It's for the culture. No. Joshua or Fury?
Fury, man. Fury will pack him in.
He's been doing this too. I can't lie, man. Real rap or drill?
Real rap.
Harrods or Selfridges?
I don't really go to them places, so I'm thinking probably just like H&M or something. To be honest.
Bro, your online store, man. Tell them again. What's the brand?
Fuck, and I've go and get it.
And the last one, it's probably not relevant for you as well. Ragatonic or Magnum?
Oh, never, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Not
Man?
relevant for you. But obviously, shout out Raga. They've been sponsoring us.
Yeah, big them up still.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Still. Alright, man, just a few more questions, bro. This next one's a little bit political.
Okay.
It's about my man, Andrew Tate. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the whole situation around him. I'm just wanted to get your views on it. Like, what do you think about his arrest? What do you think about him as a personality? What's your views on the situation?
I think him as a personality is quite extreme in his views, and he's like an extremist in his views. But the situation at the moment, it seems like a sort of setup, innit? Because he's been talking about this is coming, they're coming for me, and we've heard this before. And previously, we probably haven't believed the likes of like Martin Lawrence or Dave Chappelle when he would say them type of things. So I don't really know what else to say apart from the fact that it looks like a setup. But I'm not following much for me to know anything further than that.
Nah, fair. But I like the way you picked up on his personality. He is extreme.
Yeah.
It's definitely extreme. Like, I mean, some people, say he says some good points, but red 10. I'm like, that's fair. What? He's extreme.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
That always
there
leads
is some
to...
good point, but you can be far. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like...
There's a toxic element to it as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance.
And I think that's the thing. That's why I mean, like, my thing is I wasn't surprised in it. Like, it doesn't sound something that's totally removed for someone the way he talks would do. But you're right. He got ahead of the situation and he put things out there that does make it seem a little bit like a setup. And it's like, I don't know all the details, so you can only take from what you kind of seen. So no, I appreciate it. But I appreciate you sharing that, bro. We'll go back to you then, just with regards to your music. What's your favourite song to perform, bro?
Favourite song to perform is a track called Keep That. He's just mad energetic. He's grime. He's done over, I think called Grime Skank or something by Kane, or that beat produced by Zeph Ellis. Dun, dun, dun. Bro, he goes off in the rage, man. Anywhere I play that, the church goes mad, the club goes mad. Anywhere, that's it.
I love that.
That's it. Anyway, I go with that track, bands,
Love that. And with regards to, I guess, the younger generation, if you had a chance to talk to them and be like, oh, this is one message I want you guys to take away, what would that message be?
Well, being a youth worker, one of the things that I always try to tell the young people is just like, stay away from badness and focus on what you want to do in life. Just like, you need to focus on those things that's positive things that you want to do in life. That's what you need to do. Stay away from everything else that's negative. So that's what it is. But obviously, it's not tailor-made. Everybody is different, innit? So you have to work with people based on where they're at. But they need to know, young people need to know that they're enough, they're loved, and they need to take the opportunity that's available to them. Because a lot of time I'm surprised, like, are the things that I would have done to have the space that I have now, whether it be in the studio, the performance opportunities at their age. But it seems like they're not always willing to grab the opportunities. It's kind of like a fear of what maybe other people, peer pressure, or like, take the opportunity that's presented to you, man, because you never know how far that's going to take you. Take the opportunity, that's for sure.
Real stuff. And with regards to you, bro, how do you self-educate?
I'll say mostly reading. I listen to podcasts, actually. Podcasting is probably one of my favourite ways of learning. Yeah, especially the music business side of things. I have to keep up with that.
Any particular ones that you...
At the moment, I'm listening to the Brandman. I don't know if you know about them. It's the Brandman Network. It's an American... there are two guys from America and they speak about music business. I just like the way they break it down. I listened to another one called... it's coming off my head. I think it's Independent Musicians, something like that. And it's just the guy just allows different speakers to come and conversate, and it's like you're having a conversation with a person. It's actually inspiring me to do something on the business side of things. So yeah, man, those are the main ones that I listen to.
Great. And just back to the advice side. What's the best advice you've been given?
The first I've been given. I can't really think of it on the top of my head. I can't lie to you, bro.
No, that's
Yeah.
Is there any good advice? Any other good advice then that you can remember being given or anything like that?
advice. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of one. It's like my head is going.
No, it's fair.
It's probably like just like conversations that I've had with my mom. Just those were good. Especially that being advised about faith was always good for me because it helped me to stay in the right path. So I always cherish those moments where I'm encouraged to do what's good, what's positive for me, innit? So yeah, but I can't really think of one in my head right now.
No, that's great. That's great. It is, to be fair to say, man. Right, I was gonna say, is there anything else that you'd like to cover, bro? Like anything you don't think that we've covered at the moment? Anything you want to talk about, touch upon?
No, I think it's pretty cool, man. I'm happy with the conversation, man. It's flown pretty nicely, so I appreciate that.
Nice, man. I appreciate you, bro. We can wrap it, bro, but I just wanted to, and this is just because you talk about the witchcraft and a bit of the road. I was just wondering, is there a story that you'd like to share? Something that's maybe a bit mad that happened that you think, you know what, I don't mind sharing this. Is there anything like that?
So on the witchcraft side of thing, where I became fully aware of it, I was given some peanuts by a family, like cousin's daughter or something like that. She gave me some peanuts when I was younger. I ate that, and when I went to sleep, she appeared in the night. When I say appeared, I can see myself in a place where it's pitch black and her in the middle. And where she was in the middle, she kept telling me, oh, because you ate that, now you have been initiated to this, and what you need to do is sacrifice. So she said, sacrifice your mother. Every time she said it, the person would appear next to her. She said, sacrifice your mother. She appeared next to her. Sacrifice your uncle and your auntie. They all appeared. And that was it. I woke up. I didn't know anything as a young person. I just thought it's just a dream, and I left it. And then we started to pray in the house because we had people that did pray. And when we started praying, God revealed to the people, this is what happened to this guy, to this child. And then I confessed it to them. She was distraught. Then my life has been crazy from there. Obviously, I've had experiences where I remember my eyes being open. I was traveling from Congo to Angola, and I remember my eyes being open throughout the night, and I saw like 3 people flying around a house like this in a circle. They were dancing, then they just flow around the house. And my eyes are open. I can see it fearfully. Just these are the type of things I've seen in it. But my own thing that's drastic that's ever happened was the day of my salvation, when I got delivered from all of this thing. Like, I literally knew what was going on around me. I sensed it, I knew it, and I was speaking against it. There's things happening in all kinds of rooms. I was living in a shared accommodation at the time, and it's like every room had like a entity or some kind of power that was there in that room, and I had to cast all of them out. I was going from room to room, room to room, room to room. It was just crazy, man. So yeah, that's kind of like some crazy stuff that I've seen anyways and experienced.
Woo!
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Thank you for sharing, man. That was there. Hey, jeez. Alright, yo. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for sharing your experiences and your journey. All the best for your journey as well, bro. Can you please tell the people where they can find you? All the socials, all the handles, please.
Definitely. So check out my website, which is www.feedemartist.com. So that's FEEDEM artist.com. And once you go to my website, you have access to all the things that I do and socials and stuff like that. I feed them artists everywhere, and you'll be able to have access.
Sick. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for pulling up. All the best.
Thank you.
Peace.
Big bag, yeah, you too bad. Yeah, living la vida loca. Oh yeah, cool down, baby, no rush. Oh yeah, take your time, mommy, slow down.
Hey yo, young OG on the roads causing havoc. Real nephews made me fall in love with this baddest. 3 AM giving me brain, it was the maddest. From primary school I had gal up in a galleys till I back it up.
Nobody move, freeze. Load up the clip and squeeze. Wipe down the machine with grease and pick up the hollow tits from the teeth. I ain't talking gigs when I say I'm talking the hardest. That's why I got the man them saying.
Time flies when you're having fun. We had a tragic run, feel to let it bang and run. In a comfort, no man